very easy to execute in the late game as well, which is where they have historically been stronger. But on the side of KT Rolster, they got comfort picks across the board. Hybrids, Kai'Sa, Zeus's Alistar, right? A bot lane we've seen from them almost every time. Victor, his most played champion. UCal's most played champion. Blank gets the Hecarim. Like, it feels like KT Rolster, with the exception of Doran, are playing all the champs they want to play in any given situation against any composition. So it's a really nice test, I feel like, for KT Rolster here against a comp that fits DRX's late game strengths as well.
We'll see where we go from this draft, because I feel like I just teleported into a different patch or something. Like, this draft was really interesting, Wolf. And again, I'll say it, I think it would not have gone this way if it were Rich. Yeah. Oh, okay, nice. We're getting really aggressive onto Becca here, and Blank is here for an early gank. No help for Becca, as he is actually going to try to flash away, but will not be successful at the end of the day. We also have the stun. It felt like the early game in game 1, but definitely looking to prove himself a little bit here in game number 2.
Piosik's in trouble.
Yeah, Piosik really going for this scuttle here is going to be punished as Doran just flashes on him and one-shots him. This is going to bait Kingen into a bad position as well, as he's not even going to flash. So this is going to look a lot different from what we saw in the mid lane.
Val has no idea. They have no vision. They're going to get a flash and Becca.
Yeah. Immediately they go for Becca. No flash here for the set. So that is now they're trying to aggressively rotate up to the Rift Herald here. This is their way back in the game. If they can get this and try to take a team fight afterwards, there certainly is potential for them. But you see that they are not exactly, you know, Becca's level 5 here. So is Zeus, I suppose. Both the supports not having a fun time. Great engage here. Becca trying to make something happen. A great shockwave does come in. But KT, they're not going to get over aggressive here. They've denied the DRX have not gotten a single Drake in this series. And honestly, I don't think that's going to change here. I don't think they have any way of getting on in here. The teleport is committed to by Doran. And you see UCal is in the back line now trying to force this. Will flash away from the sleep setup. And now we have the big engage. So much was used onto UCal. And now there's no escape. Becca just trying to create room for Bao. Will be successful on that front. But KT still take the Drake.
Going out with Doran. If he's going to join this fight, it's going to have to be a teleport. And that's a really nice spot for that ball to be for KT trying to chase. Okay, there's the teleport. Look at UCal's positioning. He's so safe. He's going to do so much damage in this fight.
Yeah, it'll be hard to get on top of him. You see the ball positioning is specifically to zone away UCal. But Bao gets caught, has to dash away here. The poke is going to force DRX back, and that is going to be Drake number 8 in favor of KT. Now Becca trying to get an engage here. Goes kind of Rambo. Does catch 2, but here comes Zeus. And UCal over the wall goes Rambo, making a different meaning to that word. But now we do have Doran making so much magic happen. He's going to go down, though, as maybe KT went a little bit too far.
They certainly
have the Lilia for some ranged engage. You're going to be poking people out. I think KT would like to have a decent engage here.
I feel like they should back
You can see the poke that's coming out.
Yeah.
It's pretty rough for KT to deal with. We'll see if they still commit to this. Zeus looking to come around the back. And DRX should know about this. They're going to see him now, and here we go. Zeus has to pull the trigger, gets into the back line, but there is zero follow-up. Blank is getting poked out as well. And there goes down the cow.
This is so forced.
The shockwave is going to miss. Bao is going to come on in. There's the double kill for him, as a very wonky engage comes in from KT, a bit desperate, you could say. And DRX very calmly just going to take down their first Drake.
It's so desperate for KT Rolster to try to take that fight as well. And Zeus is so late to join once again. I don't think KT can contest this. I think they should just give this up.
Blank is going to look for the steal. He has ult and smite. Let's see if he can do it. They're going to CC him, and actually they're going to wait. They want to turn this fight around. They don't care about the Baron. Zeus gets that engage, and here we go. KT finally find an entrance in here. A double kill now for Blank as Doran baits in another one. Kingen is going to go down, so that is 3 for 0. But the Baron taken by DRX, and 2 members do survive with that
kill. We're going to watch this again, see how this actually unfolded. So UCal actually just goes onto him, just straight up. Chaos Storm, and the Shockwave is just not enough to save him. But now KT have taken back control of the map. They have control over, okay, well this is A rough spot to be in if you're Kingen.
This is not how you win this game for DRX, although they are going to treat it there for Zeus. Eventually, they get him through, but Kingen is going to be engaged, and Doran is so massive in this front line. You've got a big horse, of course, as well, to follow up there. The Samira engage is going to do a lot of damage, but that is not enough, and DRX get caught out, and KT will push to win.
Yep, that's it. And that's game. That's the series. Yep. Attempt here by DRX was good. There are a few good fights for them, a few good objectives, but at the end of the day, some small mistakes leading to their demise.
Yeah, that's going to do it here. Becca, he's being generous today.
In the later part of the game, Yukal definitely stacking up that damage. It's, you know, you see obviously Blank ends up being low in terms of his damage output, but his control of the early game and the tempo and the kills he put over, he was involved in 4 of their first 4 kills, and all 4 of those ended up giving them a really nice edge, especially in the bot lane, that helped them handle some of those awkward situations, some of those bad team fights they had later on. They had enough of a lead to where they could still push it forward.
Yeah, I was actually a pretty big fan of KT's play in that second game, even though it was a bit of a bumpy road as we went into. And as the goal difference graph clearly points out, you know, could have been cleaner, but they got the job done. So 2-0 over DRX, who have proven to be a pretty strong, albeit inconsistent team in the middle level of the LCK, I would say, after watching them for 5 series now. And KT take a pretty clean victory over them tonight. So I'll be curious to see who does get the player of the game after all of that. Obviously, you mentioned Blank's great early game plays, early to mid game. I thought he was very clean.
I voted for him.
Absolutely solid. Yeah, I
KT was able to exert their pressure in the late game team fights and was able to pick up a clean to a victory. What's your take on the draft first? Lilia, Sumatium, mainstream picks were open, they just skipped it, and they locked in Kaisa as the B1 card. I guess they thought giving this carry potential over to Hybrid really mattered. On top of that, well, KT had this answer into Lilia, which was Hecarim, and they were able to prove that for 2 games in a row. Looking at the bottom lane, it was Kaisa Alistar versus Samira and Set. Let's say we are having a 3 versus 3 fight down the bottom lane. Alistar can be chunked down by Set, but at the same time, Lilia doesn't really have many tools to take early fights, so it was not easy for DRX to gank bottom lane. So, which means KT was able to have a very easy turret dive in the early phase, together with Hecarim. There were some moments where KT was not making the best decision in the game, but KT was able to push their momentum forward. Let's take a look at the Baron fight where KT was able to solidify their lead. This was a very dicey fight for KT. So we thought that maybe Hecarim will go for the steal. But at the same time, KT was really smart, holding on to the point where they could have the idealist teamfight position. So when DRX was stuck in the burn pit, they were able to put massive AoE and dive potential onto the face of DRX. When they were at a very decisive moment like that, the Baron try coming out from the opponent, KT was able to actually have the presence of mind and play as one team in a very clean performance. However, we were seeing a very close game. However, there was this one critical moment that costed DRX the game in the end. So Alistar, Zeus, was able to hex flash onto that brush hiding on the bush. So Kingen was caught off guard. And also, Aatrox was also really smart, acting like he was just getting rid of that control ward. So Kingen got actually baited by that play. So KT was able to take down King and First, and they were able to outnumber the opponent in order to win this team fight.
만약에 알리스타 자밋과 더불어서 먼저 그 제이스가 죽고 또 죽는 상황이 안 나왔으면 이미 지금 그
If
DRX
KT was not able to actually take down King and from the get-go, well, DRX had a lot of follow-up coming from his teammates as well, so that fight could have been very dicey, but KT was really smart setting up that bait. KT was able to pick up their third win of the split, and the POG will go over to Doran on Aatrox. Second POG of the split, and very high kill participation coming out from this pick here as well. Doran was able to actually get back to late with his teleport, so he was having a very high health at that point of the game, whereas Kingen was very low on mana, so he was able to actually join flank to get a pick onto that Lilia. Here as well, Aatrox was able to do a lot of damage, but still he did not fall. KT had sort of a dive comp on their hands. They were able to actually dive onto the opponents when they see the perfect angle together with Hecarim and Aatrox. So Hecarim and Aatrox was able to share the votes, but very promising vote going over to hand of Doran. Yeah, Aatrox was able to scale thanks to the support coming out from Hecarim when they got the kill onto Lilia in the very early phase.